As director, for me, it's hard to say another good thing about a person. I mean, I'm working with the man, so. But for me, it's he's brilliant.
And I've seen today that when he's on your set becomes something else.
Oh,
I was there 3 days ago when you shot with De Niro, and it's something else because he makes everyone laugh. And
but he keeps me laughing, and I have a cough, so I start coughing. It's very hard to.
He's killing you.
Yes, he's really. I don't really think there's anybody working like that now, especially in America. That kind of vision within a frame. I mean, look at one instance in the Family Jewels with the airplane, the gag with the movie on the airplane.
The movie within the airplane.
The vision, that kind of a vision, or even the almost a cartoon-like vision, animated cartoon-like film vision, like the Big Mouth where his legs get stretched on the boat. A shot like that, which is,
Which is like out of Tex Avery or Chuck Jones.
Yes, out of Chuck Jones, yeah. I love
Je crois que j'ai épuisé le stock là.
Ah bon, vous avez montré à Lewis tout ça quand vous avez été avant?
Non, mais je connais tout ça.
Je suis fier quand même de succéder dans vos interviews à Lewis, non mais vraiment. Moi je suis vraiment fier. C'était bien?
Oui, bien.
Il est bien l'interview? On peut voir les rushs, non?
Oui, bien sûr.
Et j'aimerais bien les voir, pas monter, enfin voir tous.
Oui,
C'est possible?
Il faut quand même les synchroniser là-bas.
Ah oui, bien sûr. Parce que j'aimerais peut-être, je lis jamais les rushs, et peut-être que je l'engagerais pour me doubler dans Pyrrhus un peu.
Vous rigolez, mais c'est vraiment très bien.
Mais je rigole pas, non mais sans blague, je rigole pas.
Il parlait sérieux dans Petit Love, il était très sérieux.
Oui, non mais même dans un truc complètement pas drôle du tout.
Je trouvais d'abord qu'il n'a pas de français.
Non, il parle très bien, vous n'avez pas entendu chanter Bonjour jeudi matin, là. Non, je sais plus quel film, et puis après il improvise des onomatopées françaises, comme ça.
Il fait en disant des onomatopées.
Ouais, il parle français, fait un faux français formidable. Je suis sûr qu'il serait bien normalement. Non mais vraiment.
Ce qu'on ne sait peut-être pas assez, sinon en France peut-être, c'est que Jerry est un technicien extraordinaire. C'est un grand metteur en scène et je crois que c'est un peu notre fierté d'avoir été au fond la critique française, en tout cas et surtout Robert Benayoun, d'avoir été les premiers à le dire et à l'écrire. Parce qu'aux États-Unis, je crois que Jerry est considéré comme un cinéaste mineur parce qu'il s'adresse aux enfants, on ne le prend pas au sérieux. Et nous pensons que son comique est d'une perfection absolue et que depuis qu'il fait ses films lui-même, depuis qu'il les écrit, qu'il les réalise, qu'il les produit, il est arrivé à une sorte d'extraordinaire invention à tous les niveaux de la fabrication d'un film.
Quels sont les 3 meilleurs cinéastes américains?
Hitchcock, Orson Welles et Jerry Lewis.
Quels sont les 3 pires cinéastes américains?
Hitchcock, Orson Welles et Jerry Lewis. L'ordre exact c'est 321e Hitchcock, 322e Jerry Lewis, dernier Welles.
Now, what did you do after leaving the boards?
After leaving the boards, well, then I was a comedy writer for a while. I wrote for Jack Parr and others.
Now, that brings me to a question. You mentioned Jack Parr, and then you say, and others.
Yes, I do.
Who are the others?
I'm learning how to do this. This is very good. Does Jerry Lewis ring a bell?
A rather dim gong.
But while you're here, I feel obligated to all those people, particularly the film buffs, who expect me to ask you certain questions, but then you're probably tired of a lot of those.
I never answer them.
Yeah.
I never answer them, not because of general snottiness. It's just that I don't know the answers to most of the questions. You mentioned Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
And I caught him on one of your friend's shows. I guess we call him your friend.
Yes.
We don't actually. I caught them on one of your friend's shows. In fact, he was on interminably on one of your friend's shows.
Yeah?
And I feel that what he did for Myra Breckenridge, I ought to do for Jerry Lewis. Because he really has a way of coming on as a great thinker, which should be stopped. Why I mention him, though, and I'm not going to mention him much longer, because I would hate to do for him what he did for Myra Breckenridge. Why I mention is because he said the sort of thing that you hear from film buffs, and you don't expect to hear from Jerry Lewis. He actually said on The Tonight Show,
Yeah.
well, the secret of authenticity and complete autocracy and autonomy is autonomy and cinematic integrity. Or words to that effect. Now, those are the kind of questions that the film buffs like to ask. And I guess Jerry Lewis answers because he teaches how to make movies in a school, among other things, I believe. That was a thought he dropped several times. And my bitterness about him stems from the fact that here's a rich fellow who has plenty other things to do except come on with that kind of dialogue. There's really too much of it.
There's
too many long words. You know there are too many long words in the world nowadays, and that the younger the people are, the longer the words are. Have you noticed that?
Face the music when you go follow, face to face and the trace is far away. Just face the music when you get away. Hurry, scurry, not a care that can stay. There's an album, we should be humming. Joy is coming for to make you stay. So blow the trumpets, bang the cymbals when you start to play. Play the music, blow out the music. Every day is a happy day.
Jetzt will ich aber vorausmarschieren.
Du kannst nicht vorausmarschieren.
Ich will aber vorausmarschieren.
Ja, dann marschier.
Wirklich.
Jetzt wollen wir Schluss machen. Komm schnell.
Those people should understand that it's because of us that they have their name credited above the title. If at a time, which was 25 years ago, for making our own survival and to try to make the movie we wanted to make, we needed the help of some other people. We needed exterior help. We took it where it was possible. We said Hawks is better than this one. Hawks is a great novelist, as good as Faulkner.
Howard
Hitchcock Howard Hawks, we said Hitchcock is a great novelist, as good as Dostoevsky, but it was a help from us. And then we existed through them too, and we give them back credits because now you can see a Howard Hawks picture. Before us, it was not. It was a Selznick picture or a Zanuck picture.
By us, do you mean when you were a critic, a film critic?
Yeah, and, which I still am.
Yeah, sure.
And Jerry Lewis, I think, is one. I've seen his last movie, Hardly Working, which is, I think, not appeared here. And to me, he's a great director. He's more a painter, maybe, than a director. He probably doesn't even know. But he's a great, to me, first, he's a continuator of the Harry Langdon and Buster Keaton and Chaplin tradition. He's working with space. He's not tracking like all those so-called modern movie makers and making fancy with the camera. He's just interested in framing. He's a very good framer, like great painters. He has a lot of sense of geometry. To be a comic, you have to be very capable in geometry. And today, I mean, his last picture, Hardly Working, even the title is very honest. Yes, it's difficult to make a good picture.
Yeah.
And he knows. And I think he should be supported, and I'm one of his supporters.
But most people don't go to movies to see framing and technical ingenuity.
Yeah, but
they want to laugh or be entertained.
Yeah, but they receive picture through that.
Yeah. Do you also find him funny?
Very, very. If not, no. I think it's very funny. Even when it's not funny, it's more funny, because it's not funny.
Well, I know he thrives on and enjoys the praise that he gets abroad, and it's somewhat mystifying to America, although he's, of course, been a huge success here, to find intellectuals praising him in European
for example, he has a
learned
lot of
magazines.
I think he has a great idea for his last movie. He was obliged to try to do it in Sweden. I don't know if he succeeded. It was the day, the title is The Day the Clown Cried. And it's a picture about in a Nazi concentration camp. They were using a clown to make the baby laugh when they were going in the gas chamber. I think it's a beautiful idea.
Yes, you're referring to a film that I think it's never been released in this country.
It has not even been produced up to now. He has a problem.
Oh, it's not finished?
No, it's not finished. He was obliged to go in exile. I mean, always, it's a good sign when good people go in exile from their country. It means there is something good in them.
It's a good sign, is it?
It's a good sign, yeah.